Determination is the key to everything. Avoid the company of liars, but if you can't, don't believe them. Learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. Get together like brothers, but work together like strangers. Lack of intelligence is the greatest poverty. Guessing is cheap, but guessing wrong can be expensive. If you want your children to have a peaceful life, let them suffer a little hunger and a little cold. Before preparing to improve the world, first look around your own home 3 times. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. A closed mind is like a closed book, just a block of wood. The wisest person is the one who can forgive. A little impatience will spoil great plans. The best answer comes from the person who is not angry. Married couples tell each other 1,000 things without saying a word. A smile will gain you 10 more years of life. Ask your purse what you should buy. Put distance between you and everything dirty. The person who is his own master cannot tolerate another boss. If speaking is of silver, then silence is of gold. A secret is like a dove. When it leaves my hand, it takes wings. Avoid things that will require an apology. It's better to be without a book than to believe a book entirely. Discipline your son when he's young and be his friend when he's grown. Anger begins with madness but ends in regret. Wishing does not make a poor man rich. A book holds a house of gold. If you're unable to reward, then make sure to thank. The people who talk the best are not the ones who tell the most interesting stories. The richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. A known mistake is better than an unknown truth. Think about your own faults during the first half of the night and the faults of others during the second half. Think of your exit before you enter. Tomorrow is closed if you have patience. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. Laugh and the whole world laughs with you. Cry and you cry alone. Genius can be recognized by its childish simplicity. Get together like brothers, but work together like strangers. Being alone is better than being with someone bad. If you have an opinion, you better be determined. All things change, and we change with them. If you want to avoid being cheated, ask for prices at 3 different shops. Ripe fruit falls by itself, but it doesn't fall into your mouth. It is not the knowing that is difficult, but the doing. It is easy to open a shop, but hard to keep it open. A crisis is an opportunity riding on a dangerous wind. Wealth comes like a turtle and leaves like a gazelle. The more acquaintances you have, the less well you know them. When it comes to the stomach, the mind is lost. Small men think they are small. Great men never know they are great. Jealousy is nothing more than a fear of abandonment. Close the door that brings in the wind and relax. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. He who cheats the earth will be cheated by the earth. It takes a man to swallow an insult. Examine what is said, not he who speaks. A clear conscience never fear midnight knocking. Visit rarely and you will be loved more. Lying is a disease, truth is the cure. 100 no's are less agonizing than one insincere yes. 2 good talkers are not worth 1 good listener. If you are charitable, you are rich. The saddest person is an envious person. Keeping a secret is a commitment. It's better to fix what you have than wait to get what you don't have. He who digs a pit for his brother falls into it. A paradise without people is not worth stepping fool in. No matter how tall a mountain is, it cannot block the sun. He whose house is made of glass should not throw stones. A man without a smiling face must not open a shop. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere, they're in each other all along. A clever person turns great troubles into little ones and little ones into none at all. Forgetting is the plague of knowledge. Solve one problem and keep 100 others away. Learning is a weightless treasure you can carry easily. Distant water does not put out a nearby fire. Do everything at the right time and one day will seem like 3. Do not delay today's work for tomorrow. What a thing long enough and you won't. Patience is a bitter plant, but its fruit is sweet. Even a hare will bite when it is cornered. Listening well is as powerful as talking well and is essential to true conversation. Speaking is not seeing. The house of a tyrant is a ruin. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. The rope of lies is short. Give your friends your money and your blood, but don't justify yourself. Your enemies won't believe it and your friends won't need it. In haste there is regret, but in patience and care there is peace and safety. It's better to avoid mistakes altogether than to do something you need to apologize for later. Planning is half of living. Falseness lasts an hour, the truth lasts forever. Beware the level-headed person if he's angry. The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and miss it, but that is it too low and we hit it. Silence is the sign of approval. Be patient and you'll get what you want. A divided house cannot stand. To know another is not to know the person's face, but to know the person's heart. A needle is not sharp at both ends. Do not believe that you will reach your destination without leaving the shore. Treat everyone as if receiving a guest. Experience is a comb that nature gives us when we are bald. A fall into a ditch makes one wiser. Never trust a woman who has had sex with your enemy. One will not attain everything he wishes for. The winds blow where they will not, where the ships wish. The monkey is gazelle in the eyes of its mother. Go with the lesser of two evils. If the wind blows, ride it. Opinion comes before bravery. A man who cannot tolerate small misfortunes can never accomplish great things. Experimentation is the greatest science. Necessity is the mother of invention. If you look younger than your age, it means that you have to face the difficulties of the time very well. An inch of time is an inch of gold, but you can't buy that inch of time with an inch of gold. Better the cottage where one is married than the place where one weeps. You will know your friend in time of need. In a book of many words, there is bound to be a mistake. There are two kinds of perfect people, those who are dead and those who have not yet been born.